Selena y los Dinos, the documentary on Netflix, is finally out. And as our own Rosa Para had seen it earlier at Sundance this year, which won the Audience Award, I believe, it blew her away. And I had been waiting so long to see this. And finally, I got to see this. And I just wrote on the director's Instagram page congratulating her, saying, "Thank you for the staggering work of love, triumph, and tragedy." Now, those are pretty poetic words and pretty simple to put together, but really, uh, that is a line that I think can really sell it to people who maybe have no idea who Selena is or aren't, fans of her music, is that this universal tale of this family who came from literally nothing to achieve the highest accolades you can musically and creatively, stay together as a family, and then, of course, meet an unfortunate and tragic ending that they are still recovering from. So, this is beautiful work by Isabel Castro, the director, and you get to see some in-depth interviews with the Quintanilla family and Chris Perez, as well as musicians from her band, Los Dinos. So that was a treat. Now let me back up because the whole universal aspect. Let me hit that first. And you're talking about the American dream. There's what 250 years of tales of American dreams. Some famous, not so much. Some forgotten, others not. This is one that will live with us and stay with us in the annals of American history. It is just amazing what this family accomplished in a short amount of time. It chronicles 14 years because they have so much footage that they took of each other for 14 years, video, photos, the handheld cameras at the time were the thing to get, and they gave the director Castro just all this never before seen before footage. And so that's a rarity. Musically, if you're a music fan, the fact that this woman, this female performer, broke all the barriers, broke down the doors of a male dominant Latin and Tejano music scene, and accomplished what she accomplished. That's another great sell. But really, Selena sells this because there's so much footage of her that you get a sense of how special she was. And look, I'm going to tell you right now a couple things. When she had passed away, obviously heard about her passing, but was not familiar with her music at the time. I became a fan of her music as the years have gone by. Um, I did not know her or her personality. I, like you, maybe with the J Lo movie and then the TV show, but this is definitive. This is the one that you need to see first. So I told Rosa, our writer, great writer, I cried several times for several different reasons. And those are a couple of them. Every time that they accomplished something that seemed impossible musically, or that she just represented her family, and that the family, the way maybe they created new music together and got inspired as far as singing. And then the years of toiling as a band, as a family, to where by the time they're in their early 20s, they're like this finely tuned machine musically. And then, of course, the tragedy. I felt that what Castro did was that you could tell Castro was a fan, but she didn't sugarcoat it. in a sense that you knew what was gonna happen, where this led to, where this is going to. And she did it with the countdown of these years from 1971 all the way until the year of her of her murder. And each year was christened with an accomplishment, with a rare footage performance, with her growing and her actually growing up in front of us. It's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating just how much we get to see. This is a real treasure of just how much we get of Selena. Obviously, it's very emotional when everything is set up for the crossover dreams, the English market, and she has even recorded some English recording some songs, and of course, she doesn't get to live to venture in that. The doc ends with a reporter, and mind you, we are granted this footage throughout the entire documentary of footage of her being interviewed since she was a young teenager, all the way until she's just this force of nature, just well balanced woman that you're seeing in even giving interviews. And they ask her, how long do you think your music and you're going to be around? And she's like, as long as the people want me. It's the people who will dictate how long I'm around. And 30 years later, right? 30 years later. So there's so many selling points to this. It is a must watch. Like I see, if you're into those rags from riches stories, a fan of music, a music history buff. And then I got to be very honest with you. There is a certain insight uh, that Castro taps into in being a Mexican American, and it was absolutely wonderful to see. You know, in our short American history together, we have so few heroes that can be true role models to young women and young men, and uh, that all the more tragic this is because she really was. And of course, yes, for Latinos, but then it became it's become more of this thing, and they even show that now. You see so many young people still impersonating her, singing, dressing up as her. I mean, her legend truly lives on. So that got to me. A lot of things got to me with this, and I've been waiting for this to come out. And you can watch it on Netflix now. And I really believe, as good as that Gregory Nava film from the '90s is with J Lo, as decent as the Netflix series is, this is the must see. This is the first see. This is the first thing you need to see if you are not familiar with Selena and her story and her family. This is it. And then maybe you're curious about her music. How did she get those songs together? All that stuff. It's all in there. And really, I love that Chris Bettis was in this, because I know there have been some controversies in the past years between Chris and the Quintanilla family. So it was really important to hear from him. And there are certain things that each family member brings to this story, from the parents to Suzette to AB and to Chris. Absolutely, just staggering work of love, triumph, and tragedy, and it just done so wonderfully well. Just, with total taste, and not through a cold filter, as many documentaries do, or through any lens of telling you how to think, or it shows you. Castro shows you what an amazing woman Selena grew up to be. What a talent! All right, I want to know what you guys think. You guys plan to see this? I hope you are. Check out all our Selena coverage. I'll have the playlist right here. Click it right now, guys. Support the channel. Watch our videos. Comment, like, share, and subscribe wherever you're at. Keep that slant fuerte. Bitty bitty bum bum.